The feeling is it's been mixed since dawn, from the night till the dawn of 7th. And to turn the fortunes of Okankwei North around just like that did not come on a silver platter. My understanding of parliamentary work before I even came to the House, when I entered here, it has changed. I realized that what the perception out there is not the same as we have in here. I will continue to carry the concerns of my constituents to Parliament. I think that I have not done bad. I have been able to table several questions on the floor of Parliament. Ministers came and responded to them. I carry the concerns of my constituents, and they know that I am represented. They are well represented here.
I think I have mixed feelings. I have good feelings and bad feelings sometimes. And it's been quite sinusoidal, like up and down stuff. Sometimes you're very happy. Sometimes not that I'm sad or upset, but sometimes my expectations go down a little bit. It's lowered. For instance, I'm learning a lot of new things in-house here in terms of government businesses and even private businesses on the floor, the standing orders, and even extra from the constitutions and some of the conventions in-house. But sometimes too, you have your expectations being lowered down, such as the higgledy-piggledy, the mambo-jumbo, the abracadabra prevailing in-house. You know, the hustling and the bustling, the tussling, going through a whole lot of, sometimes it's like, if you don't take care, you even lose your temper. And sometimes you think things are not fairly done. These things get you off your track. And sometimes I also think you stay here, even the bell will ring, and you sit here for a long time. But I was thinking maybe instead of we sitting late and finishing very late, why not early? But if it's also we are sitting late, then we know that we are sitting late. So all these things, but they are all part of training. I'm being taken through orientation, which probably I wouldn't have gotten as a politician. So me being house, putting all together, I think it's been a great opportunity. I think as first timer, I must admit that some of the things we are all learning. But what is happening now, we need the grace of God, because it's not easy. I think sometimes we have prejudicial positions established and defined by my minority brothers. I also think sometimes majority side too, we should also be very tolerant and accommodating, because at the end of the day, the two political divides must have the nation at heart. It should be a priority, the citizenry, the people, the ordinary people in Ghana. And so I don't even know my own actions and inaction, because I'm really frustrated. Because I'm one person that as individual, I love society, I have this nation at heart. And I think what NDC and PP we are doing, we should be careful Ghanaians may not one day reinvest their confidence in us. We as first timers, this is a peculiar case where we are having almost a balanced parliament. So we are not very lucky. Our situation is an outlier situation. It will be very difficult to relate this to the conventions and timely structure of the house and their functions and what they do.
It's been truly surreal sometimes, overwhelming sometimes, but most importantly, it's a blessing. This first year, my God, as a former Deputy Minister for Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, I had opportunity to sit in Parliament a few times, but sitting here representing 84,664 people is a different ball game altogether. It's a lot of weight on my shoulders, but I also see that it is an opportunity for me to achieve what I set out to do, which is that if you look at our history from 1992 to date, not a single woman has represented those of us along the coast of the Volta region. Not one woman. Not so much shock, but more of the amazing turn of events. All of a sudden, we have 20 women on each side, 117 men on each side, and we have a speaker who belonged to not the governing party, but the party in opposition, and a president who doesn't have a, if you know what I mean, doesn't have a speaker from amongst his own. So it's the awesomeness of it. Actually, it's not so much a shock to me, but I find it amazing that Ghanaians, either through Ghanaians or divine intervention, have the situation which I'm hoping will change the way in which we do things in this country. I just think that all of us in this parliament will remember that we're writing a story about ourselves as individuals, about our party, and about our country. And posterity will come and read everything that we are doing. I'm hoping that we are all guided by that. I'm interested in my story today and my story when I'm gone. After all, I'd never met Kwame Nkrumah one-on-one, but he's in my face all the time if I drive on the motorway going to my constituency.
It's been an amazing journey. It's been an amazing journey because I believe that as a member of parliament, there are some key roles that I'm supposed to perform. One, I have a legislative function, so I need to be able to contribute to legislation in the House. And that is very key as far as Parliament is concerned.